Toronto was amazing. Toronto was where we executed on the ownership we've taken of what this show can be and what this show is.
We came off of a 5-day hiatus in Montreal, and that allowed us the space to actually reconnect to play. And that looked like us dancing in a drum circle in the park. That looked like us climbing Mount Royal, riding bicycles at night, getting lost in nature. And coming into Toronto, it was like, you know what? We're just gonna give ourselves full permission to have as much fun as possible.
It felt good to enter into it saying, we know what this show is. We know what we can do and what we can create. And then show up at the venue and say, how do we make that? How do we create the intimacy of Ottawa in Toronto with more people and a bigger venue and a bigger space? The chairs were set up in a certain way, and we walked in and said, no, that doesn't feel right. And just looked around, and like there were some stairs, they're like metal stairs like you would see on the outside of a building in New York. And we saw these metal stairs and we're like, let's make that the stage. Let's have that be the stage where we can just sit as if we're on the side of a building talking to people on the sidewalk. And I don't think we would have done that if we hadn't had the experience in Ottawa.
It was really neat to see how we adapted, and I think it was super cool. I was down, but all in all, I think we nailed it. We nailed bringing that level of intimacy that we had in Ottawa to a room of almost like 80 people. And then, goodness, like after, there was just such an overflow of love and gratitude, and like people were charged up to the point where they're like, we don't want to stop like talking. We're so inspired and there's so much energy flowing through. Like, let's go to dinner. Let's all have a round table dinner. So we rolled deep with like 17 people to a restaurant, and we had like a 3-hour dinner until like 2 a.m.
It felt like we were surrounded by people we'd known forever. It felt like being a part of a tribe, and the tribe is so much bigger than just like where we're located. It's like a resonance thing, it's a frequency thing.
This was perhaps one of the most monumental experiences that I've ever had. Not just because of the tribe effect, but a lot of it because of what came up for me in terms of how I gotta continue to show up and what's missing from my contribution.
Like, he just so vividly animated feelings, emotions, and beliefs, and things I need to understand about life through his spoken word. Never experienced anything like it. Never. I told him that.
Thank you.
Their soul family in Toronto, so thank you. Thank you for showing up, answering that intuitive call to just be at an event you had no idea what it was going to be, just because someone else said go to it, and you're like, okay, I'm going to go to it, this feels right. And so many people honored that, and it led to an incredible experience, and I feel like I have family in Toronto now.
Permission to think free. I say, can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah! Church! So we're at Niagara Falls listening to Drake. I feel so Canadian.
I gotta sneeze. Bless.
I feel like I would wear this back home just going to the beach.
You live in Encinitas?
I do. I live in a place where this is normal. This is like business suit.